Rest in peace, Bill. Man, what a beautiful Chevelle, man. Gonna miss you, buddy. A clean vehicle, man. And see you soon, buddy. It's your boy, Stinkin Lincoln. Been a minute, guys. I'm about to do a fuel pump on my 78 Lincoln Town Car. Got the part here from RockAuto. I believe it's a Delphi pump. I think it was like about 40-50 bucks or whatever. Nothing too terrible. What's unfortunate is the pump I've got on here right now. I replaced it not too long ago. So, but whenever I crank it, it leaks, and it leaks from the housing. So, anyways, just wanted to do a real quick video. I found it's easier to pull the oil filter off to get some more room. I've got an extension and a 9/16. The fuel line is a 1/2 inch, and I like to use these special kind of wrenches for that. And then it's a 9/16 that you put right here to hold it in place as you untighten this, and also while you tighten it, so that you don't stress out this little piece of the fuel pump right here. But yeah, this is the second time I've done it in 6 months. Man, I am not happy about it, but you know, it's got to be done. I can't be, you know, leaking fuel everywhere. It only leaks at startup, and it's not coming from any of the hoses. It's definitely coming from the body. So, you know, these pumps are crimped together, and I'm just thinking that they didn't get sealed when they made it in China. So, anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna get this sucker off. I've already got the first bolt loosened right here. I'm able to do it with like a little swivel extension. In a 9/16, and then just, you know, I do one side, you know, as far as I can go, and then I'll start and do the other side as far as I can go. I'll take a flathead, and then I'll pry this out some, and then, you know, go on the other side until I got it removed. Now going back in, it's a lot harder trying to get that bolt started, get the bolt started, get it lined up, have to seal it, you know, on the gasket and everything. But I'm gonna do that as well, and just kind of, you know, walk you through those steps. It's gonna be hard to kind of show you how to do it, but at least I can talk to you on how you do it. It's scaled 1 to 10, depending on, you know, where you're at as far as being a backyard mechanic. I would say it's about a 5. So anyhow, let me get the sucker pulled, and I'll be back. Okay, got the old one out. New one's about to go in. Got my gasket, a little bit of gasket maker on the gasket on either side. I cleaned up the thread so I can get them finger started. When this goes in there, you need to kind of make sure that this bar goes underneath the fuel eccentric on the cam. And so let me get you guys a little bit better view real quick while we got everything out. All right, so we should have a flashlight already kind of in place. And so let's see if we can actually see it. Should be able to. Okay, see that little shiny piece right there? That's called the fuel eccentric. I mean, that's kind of hard to see. Actually, here, let me do this. Turn on the flashlight. Okay, there we go. There it is. See the fuel eccentric right there? That bar has got to go underneath that, and then that thing kind of wobbles around when the cam turns, and that's what actually actuates the fuel pump. So mine's at a pretty good spot. If you find it's real hard to like get it in and get it placed, you may need to turn the motor and get the fuel eccentric on the, you know, upswing. That way you've got a little bit more room. But what you don't want to do is go above it. I don't think I'll have that problem though. Well, the other thing too, you see how I've cleaned the surface really well, got it ready. So, God, I remember when this was all brand new painted and everything. God, it looks like crap now. Oh well, just part of the deal. Okay, So, anyways, what I've done is you gotta do a little bit at a time, you know. So I do about 10 turns aside and then go to the other side, and that way I can fit this, you know, on it at an angle without putting any stress on it. So let's see if I can get you a better view here. You can see the socket on there. Sorry, let's see here. It's not so easy with the freaking phone. There we go. And then let's see if I can do this with one hand. I'm just gonna keep. So I'm about there now, and so like I said, I do about, I would say probably 10 to 20 turns. And then I'll go on the other side. And you can see I've almost got it at this point. So it wasn't terrible. You saw I cleaned the threads and I put some grease on it and some of that coil on it, and that really helped a lot, you know, get it started. So yeah, just keep going down with it. At this point, I can go all the way. As you can see, the pump is right almost seated. And you see, I got it the first try. You notice that there's not freaking sealing everywhere. And that little bit, I'll wipe it up after it's done. Oop, fell off. Okay, well anyways, I'm gonna work on the other side now, and we're just about there. Okay, so we've got it torqued down. We've got it seated. It's seated really well. One of the little tricks too I wanted to show you is, see how I've got my fuel lines tie wrapped out of the way, because those will get in the way. So I removed the oil filter and I tie wrapped the tie wraps. And I was able to torque these down nice and tight without having to use, you know, any kind of a swivel. Just, you know, like I said, doing one side, you know, for 10-15 turns, and then the other side 10-15 turns. And it's nice and seated. Now we're gonna put this back on, and I'll try to show you that, because that's a little tricky too. Okay, so one thing I am up against right now is this part of the fuel pump is shorter than the one that was on there. So look at the position of this right here. So anyways, I'm gonna have to do some adjusting. Okay, so I've made some adjustments of the fuel line, and you see I've got this special wrench. Let's see if I can get this in the view. And now we'll go around that right here. It's a 1/2 inch. And then just like that. And then let me show you what I did up here to give me a little bit of wiggle room, because you definitely don't want to cross thread that. I took my distributor wrench, okay, 9/16, and then you can probably get in there with a socket. I use that, and then see that bolt right there? I loosened it, and that way I was able to take this up some and get that adjustment that I need. All right, got the oil filter back in place. Both fuel lines are on there. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a fully charged battery. I mean, I'm gonna have to turn it over for a second to prime it. Anyways, let me go grab some keys and let's start it. We're gonna crank on it for a minute. Oh, I'm gonna need to get everything ready to pull it out, because you don't want to leave this sucker in the garage running for too long. It'll make the whole house stink. All right, let's fire it up. Pull it out. All right, tight fit in this garage. Let me disconnect my battery tender. All right, let's turn the light off. All right, it's gonna take a second to crank, so ain't no doubt about that. All right, here we go. Go and set the choke. Get the door closed, because as soon as she does fire up, I'm gonna pull it out. I don't want to sink the garage up too bad. All right, here we go. It's gonna take a second. Ooh, taking real long. There it is. Hey. Let it stabilize for a second. Get some air out of it. Okay, it's gonna pull it out. The beauty of a choke. Properly working choke. Let's get her out of here. Throw that e-brake on. All right, let's check it out. Deal. Got the flashlight. Oh. Up. See a little bit of fuel leaking. A little bit of oil. A little bit of oil and fuel. But I definitely see fuel. Check it out. Fuel line. Alright. Try to torque it down a little bit more. So here, I had to undo it up top again and make another adjustment before putting it back onto the fuel pump. I had to make sure that it got aligned perfectly so it would stop leaking.
Get you clipped in, turned around back for me, and you are ready.
Nice.
Dang,